ain't right.
Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Got our brother William Murphy. I don't own the rights to this music, but I got to get my praise on. Got to get my praise on tonight. I want to help you get your praise on as well. What are you pouring into your spirit? What are you pouring into your spirit? You cannot expect to be encouraged if you're not pouring the right things into your spirit. Cannot expect to be encouraged if you're not pouring the correct things into your spirit. So I encourage you, switch up the music that you listen to, switch up the things that you are pouring into your spirit, and watch how your attitude begins to change. Your spirit begins to change. How much more energy you have, how much more praise you have, how much more excitement you have as you begin to change the things you pour into your spirit. I wanted to give you guys a brief word before we end this night. Word that God has placed on my spirit. If you have a moment, just hit the share button, because it may be somebody on your page, one of your friends may need to hear this. So I wanted to give you guys just a brief word. And again, coming from Genesis chapter 30. Genesis 30. And talking about my sister Rachel once again. It says in 30, where we at it in the context. So now we have Leah, who has birthed 7 children to Jacob. She's birthed 7 children to Jacob. And then she's also allowed her slave or maidservant to marry Jacob and give him 2 children as well. So total of 9 children there. Rachel, not able to bear children up to this point, she has allowed her maidservant and slave to marry Jacob and birth him 2 children, because she was not able to birth. So it's a total of 11 children that Jacob has have at this moment in this time. So out of nowhere, all of a sudden, guess who God blesses to have a child? Rachel. 11 children later, none by her, God blesses her womb to have a child. To have a child. And I mean, it's amazing. Probably up in age. Don't think she's going to be able to have a child. And all of a sudden, God blesses her womb. What is the message that God has for you guys tonight? If you only would have waited. If you only would have waited. I don't know who it's for tonight, but if you only would have waited. I know many of you guys, we all have lived, and we all have experienced something. And I know there are many things, many choices, and many decisions that you would have made. And if you reflect back, you thought to yourself, if I only would have made it, if I only would have waited. Look what God could have done. Rachel, she gave a slave and another wife to her husband to have 2 children. But if she only would have waited, God would have blessed her womb. Blessed her womb. She would have saw God bless her womb as she did. So what am I telling you guys? If you only learn to wait. I remember when I first came out of college in 2010, I was having a very difficult time attempting to find a job. And I had 2 degrees, and I was like, God, I need a job. I need a job. And everywhere I was going, the economy was somewhat like it is right now, probably a little bit worse. And everywhere I was going, everybody wanted to give me $10 an hour, $11 an hour. And I have a bachelor's and a master's degree. And I was like, I just didn't feel comfortable with myself settling for that. Well, I eventually had to take a job because I had bills and responsibilities. So I eventually take a job and settling for that $11, $12 an hour. And I'm not talking about anybody who makes that, but I wasn't happy in my spirit taking that. But I knew I had responsibilities. But it was a Friday afternoon. I woke up and I drove to a car dealership, and I was supposed to start at a bank on a Monday. But something in my spirit says, hey, that's not it, man. You got to keep pushing. So I go to the dealership, and they hired me on the spot. And I was a little fearful because I had never been in sales before, but I went. And they said, hey, if you work and you get paid hourly, you will make the same thing that you will make at the bank as a bank teller. And then if you sell cars, you would get commissions. So you know what? So I get on the phone, I call the bank, and I says, guys, I really appreciate the opportunity, but I think I'm going to go a different route. And I go the different route, and fast forward right now, man, that was 2010. God blessed me every single year to make over 6 figures. And I have made over 6 figures since I've been in the 20s up until now, and I'm in the 30s. And I don't say this to brag, and don't say it to boast, and I don't say this to show how much money I make. But I'm telling you, if I would have waited, when I waited, I learned how to wait on God. He moved and he shifted, and he put me in a place, in a position to do things and make amounts of money that I never imagined I would have made. What am I telling you? If you only would have waited, you would have realized that he wasn't the one. He said all the things that you would want a man to say. He did all the things that, no, I'm sorry. He said all the things that you would want a man to say, one that you would want to be with. But if you only would have waited a little while longer, you would have saw that he only said the things, but he didn't do the things. If you only would have waited, men, you would have seen that she was only just a pretty face. She was only just a nice figure, but internally her heart was not right. Her mind was not right. She wasn't all that she appeared to be. If you only would have waited. If you only would have waited. So I'm encouraging you guys, learn how to wait, learn how to be patient, and then you can watch God work in your life. I'm telling you, man, if you learn how to wait, be patient. Stop attempting to play God, and play his role, and play his role in your life. As you learn how to wait and be patient. Now, when I say wait, I don't mean just sit there and don't do anything. When I say wait, you are doing something. You're praying, you're seeking him for guidance, you're seeking him for direction. And as you learn how to seek him, he's going to guide you. He's going to put you in place. He's going to put you in position. He's going to put you in the right places to be with the right people to get you where you want to go and to get the things that you desire to have. He'll put you there. But stop trying to play him. As our sister Rachel did. If she only would have waited, God would have blessed her. She would have seen God bless her. She did. But she took things into her own hands. She could have avoided so much hell. You can avoid so much hell and havoc and drama and mess if you learn how to wait. I pray this was some type of encouragement to you guys tonight. If it was, tag a friend. Tag somebody, share it, and tell them, wait. Hey, I know you want to fix it. I know you want to turn things around by yourself, but tell them, hey, just wait on God, just a little bit longer. And as you learn how to wait on him, man, watch him move every single time. I love you guys, man. Have a blessed night, and catch me tomorrow sometime throughout the day for the next message. I love you guys. Have a blessed night.